Kylee Howard, women's basketball, episode 40 of the Rattler vlog for this Thursday, August the 13th, 2020. What's happening, guys? It's Kim here. Got a little bit of a mullet growing on there right now. My kids think it is absolutely hilarious. We'll see where it goes, right? I think everybody's getting a little shaggy these days. I mean, I have had a haircut, but whatever. It's all good. It says, we're telling your followers that you have started a live video. All right, we'll give it a second here, and then we will get tonight's guest on the show. In fact, it looks like she is here right now. She tried this again. We tried it earlier to no avail. So let's see what we can do. There she is.
I was outside and I don't think the internet was connecting.
Yeah, I think Wi-Fi usually works a little bit better for this sort of thing. So good
Yeah,
to see you. How are you? Boy, it's been a long time.
it has. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, really good, really good. Give us a little update. Where are you right now, and what kind of days it look like outside there?
It's actually really nice out today. It stormed yesterday, so it's calm here today. I am in Regina, Saskatchewan, and just living life here in my hometown.
Um, how long did you spend in Brandon? You were there for a couple of
Three
years, is that right?
years.
3 years?
Yes.
And I've heard that you claim to have an irrational fear of tornadoes,
Yeah.
and which is
Was
crazy
that
because
on my blog?
I don't know where.
Oh,
I read it somewhere or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I got a bio about you today, but there wasn't really anything of substance in there. I'm like, I'm just gonna see what I can find, and so I just kind of did a little typing there, and I found a few things. I found your nickname is Pi,
yeah.
which, of course, I'm gonna ask you about that. But that story last weekend out of Verdun, Manitoba, about the tornado. I mean, that's like really, really close to Brandon, and so like personally, I don't think it's an irrational fear at all.
Yeah, that was a big tornado. I didn't, I had one teammate who lived in Verdun, so
Yep.
I
And
think,
that story about the two 18-year-olds, did you hear about that?
yeah, that was pretty
Uh,
tragic.
Very tragic. And so, I mean, there you go. I don't know how common tornadoes are in the southern Manitoba area there, but certainly our thoughts go out to everybody there for sure. So in Regina, talk a little bit about what you're doing there. You've started your career, I assume, and you're on your way.
Yes. So last year was my first year teaching. I taught grade one, which I loved, and then crazy year to start teaching because COVID happened and we had to go home halfway through that. Well, more than
Hmm.
halfway, and then trying to teach online was a different world. And now I'm just excited to, we'll be in the classroom in the fall. And so I was setting up my classroom today for that.
And what is that like? I hear that a lot of teachers are being told to go minimalistic, right? Just what you need, and that is it.
Yeah, which I'm kind of struggling with because even trying to space out my classroom, I like having corners and different areas like writing and math. And then going to my room today, I was just staring at there because I trying to space it out, and it's like you're going against your pedagogy, but
Exactly.
it you have to make it work. So
I mean, it kind of goes against a lot of the teaching philosophies that you probably learned during your education career. You know, a number of different techniques and things that you can do to help stimulate learning. And in many ways, it kind of goes out the window right now.
yeah, it does. And even just one thing I find being a primary teacher is you want to make learning so enjoyable for the kids and having it be comfortable, like reading, finding places to be comfortable, but it's like we have to take out a lot of those things in our classroom right now. But
Hmm.
again, we'll just
Um,
find another way.
are the kids going to have access to the library and things like that? Like, what else is going to be different when kids go back to school this fall? Because I know a lot of parents were waiting for the back to school plan, and I know for my one son, we actually got it today, and I haven't really read it yet. But like, what are some of the things that you've noticed that really are going to be different for the parents and the kids?
Well, I don't think our divisions actually come out with those things yet. Just wearing masks is the latest thing to come out. So it's 4 and up have to wear a mask, and K to 3 I think is optional but encouraged.
Hmm.
That's like,
How about you? Are you going to in class?
yeah, I'll wear a
Yeah.
mask at this point. So
Okay.
I
Wow.
wear them where I go other places too. So
Yeah. Well, and I mean, with kids that age, good luck. I mean, I'm sure some can wear a mask, but others will, it might be a bit of a challenge. And so, I think that grade 4 and up level, sorry, that's what you said, right? Grade 4 and up?
yeah,
Yeah, that probably makes a little more sense. Like I said last night, we've got a couple of teenagers in our family, and we told them earlier this week that, yeah, the rule came out that you're going to have to wear a mask in class. And they looked at me and they said, Dad, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that, right? And so we went online, we went onto Amazon, and we checked to see if there's any like fun masks or interesting ones. And so the ones that we found were, that stretchy, like Under Armour material,
yeah.
you know, like it's kind of like a neck scarf thing, except you can like pull it right up and it's nice and snug. And there's ones that have like Joker faces on it. It's just kind of
Oh,
really
okay, yeah,
interesting, almost artistic stuff, right? And they
yeah,
said, yeah, we'd wear that. And so they were actually excited to order that. And so I thought, hey, you know what? If that's what it takes to make it fun, there's half the battle right there, I guess.
yeah. And I feel like wearing masks is doable for everyone. Like I like the ones that clip around your nose, so it's not like all the air is coming through the top because I find those ones hard to breathe. But yeah, it'll be done.
Yeah. How on a personal note, have you had any bouts with anxiety or just some of these feelings that a lot of other people have kind of experiencing over the past few months? Like how have you been deep down through all of this over the past while?
I feel like in the beginning I was like very I wanted to be realistic when they said we weren't like we went home for a couple weeks and like there was no definite plan of if we were coming back or not. But I didn't think we'd go back if that was happening, so I was trying to keep optimistic of like providing a good education for my kids from home. But
Hmm.
then once it was like the same thing over and over, and it's just hard to like show your kids you're so energetic over the screen, and then after you're so depleted, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot different. So there are definitely like highs and lows there.
Hmm.
But
All right, let's talk about basketball.
okay.
Enough of the pandemic. We're all sick of it. We're all just totally ready to move on from it. Okay, so tell us a story about your nickname, Pi, P-Y.
Okay, so we just started changing everyone's name to have a P at the beginning, and then it kind of like sounded weird to be P K Y L. So we
Okay,
just,
doesn't even
yeah,
work.
we just changed the K to P, and then it became Pi, and then it became Pylon, and all those things. And my dad told me that wasn't a good nickname to have. So,
Well, is was that a Brandon thing? Is that what that was?
yeah, it was with my like 4 closest friends. It was the best though. They still
Is
call
Bra
me Pylon.
is Brandon a weird place? Because that is the weirdest story about a nickname I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well, it was actually because when we were in BC the one time, we walked past the pylon, so then she just like said that rhyme. So I don't know,
Ah, got you,
stuck.
got you.
Yeah.
You have a few hobbies. One of them is cooking.
Yes.
What did you have for supper tonight?
Domino's pizza. Okay,
Okay, okay,
well,
okay.
one of my
Let me.
hobbies used to really be cooking, but this is my third summer like that I've now been diagnosed celiac, so it's harder
Oh,
to cook, I find. And it's just like if I want to, I really liked baking and such before, but you literally need like a tablespoon of this, a teaspoon of that. It's like it's not as good, so I've kind of
is
moved away
bake
from it, honestly.
so baking and cooking for celiac is in many ways more trouble than it's worth. Is that kind of what you're
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Well, it's still easy to cook and stuff, but baking's definitely a lot harder.
Right. 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 And I mean, you can just go to the store and buy a lot of that style of food these days anyway, and save yourself some time. And it's probably some of it, quite a bit of it. It's probably quite good. Hey.
Yeah, it is. I enjoy all the stuff out there. Like, there's tons of option these days.
What would you recommend? What's a celiac kind of thing that you can buy in the store that you've discovered that you really enjoy?
I actually find there's a lot of good breads out there.
Hmm.
So we have a few like local places here in the city, and serendipity is one of them. And 2 weeks ago, I think it was, they had a roast beef sandwich, and I've never had that before, and it was like the best thing. I'm waiting for it to be on the menu again.
That's awesome. That's exciting. Favorite food, tacos. Well, can you have tacos when you have celiac? Is that a thing or?
Yeah, so I go to restaurants that are like safer when I'm
Mhm.
eating, so I definitely go to different places for that, and then it's still a thing.
And some restaurants probably have no idea, right? I mean, you tell them that you have this, and
Yeah,
they're
because
they're
even
like,
like
okay, what does that mean, right?
when it says it's gluten free, like a lot of things still go in the deep fryer with other things, and even though it's a gluten free product, then there's a cross contamination, so there's a
Yep.
lot more questions you have to ask when it says that.
Gotcha. For everybody just tuning in, it's Kylee Howard joining us from the Rattler. She played 1 year with women's basketball, then three with the branded Bobcats, and actually, it's your Bobcats bio that I'm reading here right now. Like that's if you're looking, if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of checking out your bio here. Now, do you remember when you filled out this bio what you said your favorite movie was? Think back to what you said your favorite movie was.
Maybe It Takes Two.
No, you didn't say
Oh,
that. You
Titanic.
said, you said, no, you didn't say that. You said Reese Witherspoon
Oh,
in
Sweet Home
Sweet
Alabama.
Home Alabama.
I have the case. I can't find the movie anywhere though, so
All
I
right,
have been wanting to watch it.
somebody sent it to Kylie, or maybe it's on Netflix. I have no idea. Speaking of Reese Witherspoon, have you seen her with Jennifer Aniston in the morning show?
No, it's on Prime, isn't it?
It's on Apple TV.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yep,
don't have
yep.
that.
And so I actually had to buy a new phone last week, and all of a sudden I register my new phone, iPhone, and I get an email, and it says, "Congratulations, you get a year free of Apple TV." I'm like, okay. So the first thing we did is we went to the Apple TV and we were watching, and we're like, oh, Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston, in Sweet Home Alabama. Who's the other the male star in that show? Michael Scott from The Office. What's that guy's name?
Um,
He was in like
Steve Carell.
Bruce Steve Carell. That's right. That's right. And so yeah, I thought, okay, you got Jennifer Aniston, best known as Rachel from Friends, right? You have Reese Witherspoon from Legally Blonde and Sweet Home Alabama. I'm like, hey, that's going to be one funny show. You get Steve Carell. I mean, he's hilarious. This is going to be one of the greatest comedies of all time. No, absolutely dark. That is a dark show, and there's a lot of cursing in it. Like just hearing Jennifer Aniston swear, I was totally caught off guard. So I
Yeah,
don't know if anyone else has watched that show. Let us know what you think about that. So there you go, Sweet Home Alabama. Your favorite movie back in the day, but now I think you'd say Titanic or what else did you say?
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. Okay. Favorite TV show? You said Big Brother. Have you
I
moved
still
on
like
from
it.
that? You still like that?
I was
Okay.
just watching it before this.
Um, back is like when was the last Big Brother Canada? Has
Well,
it
they
been a couple
ran
of
this
years?
season, but it
It did.
it
Okay.
literally stopped mid-production because of COVID. They
Do you
only
know
had
any?
one person evicted.
Oh, really? And then they shut it down. Hey.
Yeah.
See that I would think that Big Brother, that whole concept would be very COVID safe, right? You're in that bubble.
Yeah.
Nobody's going anywhere. I mean, maybe well, not even there's not even camera guys in there. I don't think. I think it's all like
No.
robotic or whatever. So.
It's
Ah,
because that's when like the governments would shut down everything. They weren't deemed essential. So Ontario had to shut down production there.
everything shut down. There's like life
Yeah,
shut down.
it did.
Crazy. Favorite singer. Who is your favorite singer now compared to your favorite singer back 4 years ago when you did this? Who's your favorite singer
Did say
now?
Carrie
Because
Underwood?
you're a country fan, right? So,
Yeah.
no, you didn't say
Funny
Carrie Underwood.
thing,
You said, yep,
I hated country music before I came to Medicine Hat, and the girls would play before the games, and I like didn't understand it because I loved like Macklemore and those things. But then they played country music, and I have loved country music ever since Medicine Hat.
how are you supposed to get into game that game vibe, right? You know, you're probably used to like techno, boomps, boomps, like just kind
Yeah.
of just,
So
and
I
then you're
thank
like,
them for the country.
and then you're like banjos and steel guitar, and you're like, what are we listening to, right?
Yeah.
But back then, you said your favorite singer was Brett Kissel.
Oh, okay, I still love him. I went and
Brett
saw
Kissel.
his concert in Saskatoon when they did the outdoor one.
Ah, okay, good. We've got a drive-in concert here tomorrow night
With whom?
with Gord Bamford.
Okay, yeah, he's good.
Alberta country singer from up in Lacombe, and so there's been a few of these, like a lot of them, like some of them, you get like a 10-foot radius around your vehicle, so you can bring like lawn chairs that you have to set up right beside your vehicle. This one, the rules are way more strict. No convertibles. You can't back in with your truck and like do tailgating in the box of your truck. They're not going to let you do that. You're sitting in your vehicle looking out your front windshield.
That's
That
too bad.
that that is what we've come to with concerts these days, apparently.
Yeah, because we backed in at the Brett Kissel one, and it was like good to sit in your car.
Yeah, it's yeah. Well, don't get me started there. All right, so all right, couple more here. Back in the day, your favorite pro sports team. It's probably the same today. What would you say now?
Um, I honestly don't really watch many sports. I've been
You
watching
said
the WNBA.
you said the Canadian women's basketball Olympic team.
Okay,
That's a good answer.
still female basketball.
Yeah. And favorite pro athlete. And you'll have to help me out with this one because I have no idea who this even is. Kim Gaucher? Is that what that is? Gaucher. Who is that?
I think she's a Canadian player. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, she made an impact back in the day with you anyway, so
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. Okay, and just finishing up your bio here with the Brandon Bobcats. Career goals to teach in an elementary school. Did it.
Mm-hmm. Did that one.
And irrational fear of tornadoes. So there you go.
Yes.
A little bit about Kylie Howard. That's good. That's good. All right. So, talk a little bit about what your Rattler experience meant to you, and where you were at in life at that time, and kind of how it maybe changed your life or how it helped grow you.
So I decided to go to Medicine Hat to play basketball. I had been offered to go to Brandon out of high school, but then I decided to go to Medicine Hat. And honestly, that was like one of the best years. Because you know how some people have like a year off of school and transition and like try and figure things out? I got to do that like in Medicine Hat and still play basketball and go to school. Because I, like, again, didn't know what I wanted to take. I took business. Then I switched second semester to take courses that would put me into education. And yeah, I
Mm.
honestly love Medicine Hat. I still, when I go to Calgary, like think that Medicine Hat was home because it was
Right.
like the best year. And I
So you
lived with
drive.
like Dragana when she was on here the other day. I lived with
Yeah.
that. She's such an amazing person.
You know what? She's got such an outlook on life that I don't think I know anyone that kind of has that outlook on life, and maybe it comes from coming from an environment where she was escaping war with her family and whatever, but she just kind of has this zest for life that we don't see in a lot of people here in Canada. I don't think, right?
Yeah, because even I was cleaning out stuff to take to my school because I had brought everything home, and I found a postcard from her of like when I was leaving, and I still have it. And it's like you just cherish those years, right?
Have you been to a game in the Snake Pit since your playing days here?
No, but they were playing in Moose Jaw, I think, a couple years ago, and I managed to get to that game. So,
Okay. So how does when you went from here to U Sport to play for Brandon, how would you say the caliber of basketball is different? I mean, was that one of the reasons why you came here is because you figured you'd probably have a better chance to really, crack the lineup in a bigger way? Was that part of the reason why?
um, no, I honestly thought I wouldn't be too good at Brandon, so I went to Medicine Hat, like, because I thought that was kind of more where my game was. Like, my sister's more competitive, where I'm like chill-esque, I'd say. So,
Mm,
like, she fits university, but I don't think my work ethic would have actually carried me very far had I gone
mm.
straight there. And so, like, when you get there, you learn it's a lot faster.
So, U Sport with the Bobcats was a quicker game then? That's what you're
Yeah,
saying? Or okay.
this U Sports level is definitely way faster.
Yeah, good. So the schedule of Brandon, uh, a lot of games in Winnipeg and Calgary, or where were some of the main rivals and your division or whatever?
Um, well, I'd say definitely with the Westmen, but I played against my sister, so that was a just personal rival there. And being from
Hmm.
Regina, I liked playing against them too. So
Okay, good.
yeah,
So mainly bus travel when you play
actually,
with
no,
Brandon?
Brandon is a great place to play for that reason, because the only place we ever bust, well, actually, we bust once to Saskatoon, which was the furthest one we went, but then Winnipeg and Regina, and we flew everywhere else. So,
Awesome. Abs
great reason to play there.
sure beats those trips up to Fort Mac, or did you actually have to go to Fort Mac in the year that you played
No,
here? You
I
didn't have to
never
go there.
went
Okay.
there.
Wow, that's great. All right, Kylie Howard joining us right now. Former Brandon Bobcat, number 4 with them. What number did you wear for the Rattlers here? Was it 4 as well?
6.
Number 6 here. Um, and now teaching grade 1. What is the name of your school there in Regina?
Well, I was at Plainsview last year for grade 1, and this year I'm at WH Ford.
Ah, okay, good. So changing schools, and
Yes,
you've met the principal and the other staff there, and they seem great.
yes, yes, they do. I'm
Awesome.
excited.
Good. Good, good. All right, let's do the. I don't know if anyone told you about show and tell.
No.
You must know. No, okay, sorry. We should have told you this. All right. So every time we get a guest on the Rattler vlog, we gotta take just a little tour around the house and find one thing that has deep sentimental importance to you, or something that's just really weird and quirky that
Like in
might
my
kind of
house?
yeah, whatever. Just go and find something that has deep sentimental value to you,
Um,
or just something that is just totally weird, but it's got a cool story to it.
let's
We,
see.
we should have warned her. I'm sorry.
Okay, actually, well, no, maybe not that.
Hey, and
Oh,
we've met people's pets as well. That's a big one too. Everybody loves to see pets.
okay, well, this year I didn't know I'd be getting a continuing contract, and so I framed it. That's how excited I was.
A containment contract. Uh-oh, I think we're losing her. Are we losing Kylie Howard? Uh-oh. Ah, there you go. Okay. I was scared for a second.
Yeah,
What's a containment contract?
a continuing contract means
Oh,
like I'm going to teach for the rest of my career, so I'm not just a temporary contract. So it's pretty exciting.
oh, there you go. Where is that?
Did
Let's
you
take
get
a
to
look.
see it?
Nah, it froze up.
We
We didn't see
framed
it.
it just above the fireplace.
Look at that. Like, it's not even on the wall. It is like front and center.
Yeah,
You might as well just put it on the coffee table.
it's pretty sweet.
Good. So, explain what that means to you, and I guess it's kind of a symbol of years of hard work. Is that kind of what you see when you look at that?
Yeah, I think it just knows that like I can spend my career doing something I love, and like I don't know, I love teaching so much. So I'm just it was a proud moment when I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was just a temporary contract again.
Hmm.
So we literally like read it over and over to make sure it wasn't a mistake.
What kind of teacher are you? I mean, 1 year in, I guess not even a year, about 3/4 of a year in. What kind of teacher are you going to be? Because I think we've all had teachers that we kind of wonder, why are you doing this? Because it doesn't seem like you're enjoying it very much, right? You kind of wonder about a few of them. But what kind of teacher do you think that you aspire to be?
I hope I create a safe and welcoming environment. I want kids to like love learning as much as I do because I think it's not just when we're in school that we learn, and it's an ongoing life process. And people, I think I'm a little crazy, but I love reading. Like, I've spent my whole summer reading about how to teach math better, getting into phonics, getting into reading now. Like, I just think it's so much fun teaching kids.
That's awesome.
So,
Better than 50 Shades, right?
yes.
Forget that. Let's read something interesting. Good for you. Kylee, all the best. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We really appreciate it. Congratulations on an incredible youth sport career with Brandon and a year here with the ACAC and the Rattlers. It was a treat to watch you, even if just for a really short time. And we can't wait to follow you on Instagram and just kind of see where your career goes from here, okay?
Well, I'm hoping my new thing is a basketball official, so I'm hoping I can ref the ACAC soon. That's
Oh,
my
well, that'd be
next
good.
goal.
That'd be good.
Oh,
We'll put in a good word with Brian Cannikins. He refs a lot of the games here, and so maybe he needs some other refs to join him here. So all the best to you. I think we're freezing up again. Okay, there we go.
oh,
We're back.
there we're back.
We had the spinning wheel of death right there, but it looks like
Yeah,
we're
that was
good
it.
now. All right. All the
But I was
best to
just,
you. Sorry.
yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just saying that I love reffing basketball now. That's my new thing. So I hope if I can cut back to the snake pit, it's to be an official for the ACAC.
Are you certified? Like is that something that is a legit possibility at this point?
Well, this is only my second year of reffing, so this is like aspiring for the next few years. That's my goal.
Awesome. I can't wait
Once
to
we
see
get
that
back out
happen.
on the court.
Very soon. Very
Yes. Thank
soon.
you very
All right.
much.
Thank you so much. Hey, one more question. Give us a
Yes.
suggestion of who you think would be a great guest on an upcoming Rattler vlog. It could be anyone, maybe a former teammate. It could be maybe one of the guys with the guys basketball team. Anybody that you think would actually be fascinating to interview like this. Who do you think?
Well, considering you've already had Regina, I lived with Kristen McNabb too, so if you want to get the households, she's a good one.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, could you send us a DM with her Instagram name on there so we can reach out to her?
For sure.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Okay. Have a
All the
good
best.
night.
Have a safe school year. All the best to you and your students there. And here's to, like you said, a safe and welcoming environment for all of your students. Okay.
Thank you. You as well.
All right. Take care. Take
Bye.
care. Kylee Howard, right there. Women's basketball, Rattlers, one season, but she made a big impact and just a very pleasant individual. Just great to talk to and a great outlook on life. All right, so there you go, guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We appreciate it. This has been another episode of Rattler Vlog, episode 40. We'll talk to you soon, and more guests coming up next week.